everyone, for today's exercise, all you need would be a mat and 2 blankets. If you don't have a mat and even if you don't have blankets, you could replace all 3 of these pieces with towels. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. If you have a mat, take your mat, and what I've done is I have folded it once and twice. If you're using a towel, just see that you fold it lengthwise because you want to get your knees and shin bones supported for this one, right? And from here, take your other towel and place it next to you. Now from here, placing your hands on your hips, I'm just going to step my leg out to the side, supported on the blanket, and I'm just going to slide it out until my leg is straight. And from here, I'm going to internally rotate my leg in. So I've got the outer edge of my foot pressing down onto the blanket. And once you do that, you activate your inner thighs. Now from here, I'm just going to take my arms out to the side. And as I keep pressing on the outer edge of my extended leg foot, I keep activating my inner thighs. From here, as I exhale, I'm just going to extend towards my left side, holding on to my shin bone. I'm just going to extend my arm above the head and extend it over my ear. So I'm getting this really nice extension, this really nice stretch at the side of my body. And from here, I'm just going to turn and lift my chest up towards the ceiling. And from here, release. Now I'm going to extend towards the opposite side and just cup my fingers down in line with my knee. Opposite hand can go on the hip, and from here, need to use the outer hip and the buttock. I'm just going to lift this leg off the blanket, and you already start to feel the outer hip and the buttock work. Now from here, you can just bring that leg down and come up. So just doing a few lifts to really work that outer hip and that buttock. From here, you can also start to sweep that leg forward and bring it back. Sweeping forward and back. And from here, bringing that leg forward, I point my toes down towards the floor. So really internally rotating that leg, and I go down and up. So really working that outer hip, that buttock, and then going back. And from here, you can extend this arm up, so a bit of a balance here, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. And from here, come back up to your start position. Now from here, really going to work those inner thighs again. As I press on the outer edge of my foot, I'm going to slide that blanket out. Doesn't have to be a very big movement, just enough that you're able to use both inner thighs, squeeze to return that blanket again. Then one more time. So really working those inner thighs here and squeezing as you slide that blanket in. You can add in some arm movements as well, taking your arms out to the side and squeeze to come in. Now from here, if I were to externally rotate my extended leg and I'm on my heel and I have the toes pointing up towards the ceiling, I start to do the same sliding out movement. Not a very big movement to start off with, but just enough that you're able to slide in. And now the focus has moved towards your hamstring, so you're going to feel that at the back of the leg. Going out and sliding in. And one more time. Add your arm movement and slide in. And then to release, just bring your foot down and return the blanket back towards you. Now we're going to do the other side. So move that blanket over to the opposite side, and like how you did earlier, step the opposite leg out to the side, slide the blanket out until your leg is straight, internally rotate that leg, and really press on the outer edge of that foot once again to activate your inner thighs. And from here, we take the arms out to the side, lift the chest up, And as you exhale, start to extend towards the extended leg side. Place your palm onto your calf, onto your shin bone. And from here, just extend that arm above your head before you extend it over your ear. And now we turn and lift the chest up towards the ceiling. So really feeling all that in the side of the body. And now coming back up. And from here, we extend towards the opposite side. Cup your fingers in line with your knee. Hand on the hip. Now from here, actively lift that leg up. Now you're working that outer hip and the buttock on this side. And from here, just bring it down and lift up. Down and up. Start to sweep forward and sweep back. Sweep forward and back. And sweeping forward, point your toes down towards the floor and bring it down. So really working all that here in the outer hip and in the buttock. And then coming back and extend your arm up, lift the chest up towards the ceiling, and then we come back to our start position. Now from here, sliding out again, working those inner thighs, and then sliding back in, sliding out again, and sliding back in. Now as you do that, see that you keep your chest nice and lifted. And coming back in. Now we change. We're going to externally rotate that leg. We're going to work on the hamstrings again. And from here, you can start with your hands on your hips. Slide out. And then slide back in. So really feeling it at the back of this extended leg. Sliding out. And in. Out. And in. And to release, place your foot down and return that blanket back towards you. Now, if you want to go a little bit more, you can take 2 blankets or 2 towels, preferably of the same size, and fold it in this way. So once again, you need it big enough to support your knees and your shin bones. So from here, once again, going back into my kneeling position. From here, I'm going to slide both the blankets out. So in this position, starting to already feel that in both the inner thighs. Now we got to squeeze using your inner thighs to return the blankets back towards you. You can start to add in your arms, sliding out. And now squeeze, slide back in. One more time, sliding out. And squeeze to come back in. All right? You can repeat as many times as you want. It's not as easy as it looks, but give it a try. You need a lot of strength and a lot of activation in your inner thighs with this one. All right, thank you very much.